Medical Imaging by Trick Fan, Tommy Pham, and Ezekiel Hernandez. Inspirations for medical imaging was from Leonardo da Vinci's drawings and the anatomist Andreas Vesalius. Laws were passed for students to dissect. It was a way for medical researchers to look at the body in a non-surgical way. X-ray was founded by Willem Röntgen. It experiments with electrical currents. It detects injuries. It is also formed with high electromagnetic radiation with short wavelength. It is capable of penetrating solid and ionizing gases. It is best used to visualize hard body structures, an example, teeth and bones. Modern medical imaging is a two-dimensional image of a body region from one angle. Newer medical imaging offers three-dimensional images, unlike the modern version, and it reveals the aspects of body functions.
Computed tomography. It's also known as a CT scan. It refers to imaging by sections. It's a non-invasive imaging technique that uses computers to analyze several cross-sectional x-rays in order to reveal minute details about the structures in the body. Basically, it emits high levels of radiation to see, it's basically a big x-ray and it sees what's inside your body. It was invented in the 70s, and when x-rays are absorbed by the body, they give off different forms of light, and then we just detect it from there. Magnetic resonant imaging is also known as an MRI, and it's a non-invasive medical imaging technique based upon the phenomenon of nuclear physics that was discovered in the 30s. This is basically when matter is exposed to magnetic fields and radio waves, it emits radio signals. Downside to an MRI is that it's very expensive and noisy to the patient, but a positive outcome to this is that it's a low level of radiation compared to a CT scan.
Position emission tomography, also known as PET, involves the constant use of radiopharmaceuticals that emit radiation that goes through the body. Ultimately is a medical imaging technique. One of the advantages that the PET has is that it can illustrate physiologic activity. PET is especially important and useful because it diagnoses multiple conditions including heart disease, bone disease, etc. The history between the PET shows that the PET wasn't shown as much in the beginning, however after 15 years where its potential could finally show. Ultrasonography is an imaging technique that generates an echo signal by using the transmission of high-frequency sounds into the body. It is the least invasive technique as you can use it for procedures including pregnancy. It is especially used for operations including heart function, fetal growth, and development. A downside to this is that it cannot detect bone and gas as it is very heavily dependent on an operator.
And that's it for our presentation.